Now we'll discuss about the present scenario. That means the power scenario, the energy scenario in India. So actually, uh, many countries require the power for its development. So in India, requires so much of power. So how much power we are getting from the coal, from the oil, from the gas, how much coal and oil and gas we are importing, how much hydropower we are able to generate, what is the position of India in generating the power, what is the position of India in consumption of power, what is the place where the India stands in the world in consumption and production of power, power generation and power consumption. We discuss according to the data. So India is the third largest producer of electricity in the world itself. Okay. So India stands in the third place in the world itself regarding the production of the regarding the generation of the electricity. If you observe, almost 60% we are depending on the coal for the generation. Next, 14% we are depending on the hydroelectricity, and 15.9% we are depending on the renewable energy sources, different renewable energy sources, wind energy, solar energy, tidal energy. Okay. And 8.1% we are depending on the natural gas, and 0.3% we are depending on the oil. So with the help of all these energies, all these things, coal, hydro, renewable, nuclear, natural gas, nuclear, we are meeting the demand in India. So if you come to oil and gas, India ranks third in the consumption of oil with 212.7 million tons in 2016 after USA and China. So India is the third biggest consumer of the oil. During the calendar year 2015, India imported 195.1 million tons crude oil and 23.3 million tons refined petroleum products, and exported 55 million tons refined petroleum products. India has built surplus world-class refining capacity using imported crude oil for exporting refined petroleum products. The net imports of crude oil is lesser by one-fourth after accounting exports and imports of refined petroleum products. Natural gas production was 29.2 billion cubic meters, and consumption is 50.6 billion cubic meters during the year 2015. When come to the coal, India is having large coal reserves. So it is having the fourth largest coal reserves in the world. So in India, coal is the bulk primary energy contribution. Already we have discussed, almost we are depending on the coal up to 56.9% for our meeting our power requirements, sharing equivalent to 411.9 megatons of oil equivalent. India is the third top coal producer in 2013 with 7.6 production share of coal in the world. India ranks fifth in global production at 228 megatons of oil equivalent, 5.9% in 2013 when it's in 2013. Coal-fired power plants account for 59% of India's installed electrical capacity. In 2013, India imported nearly 95 megatons of equivalent of steam coal and cooking coal, which is 29% of total consumption to meet the demand in the electricity, cement, and steel production. Coal-fired power generation is the latest technology where we can increase the efficiency of that thermal power plant by the 15% up to 50%. So the advantage of supercritical technology have become a focal point for increasing coal-based thermal power plants in India. When it comes to solar energy, so this comes under the renewable energy source. So this is at the starting level, solar energy and wind energy. So there is a much scope in the future for this solar, wind and renewable energy sources to replace the place of the coal and hydropowers. Solar power in India is the fastest developing industry. According to 2017 data, it is about 16.2 gigawatts. When come to the hydropower, so we are meeting up to 15% of our needs with the help of the hydropower. So India is the seventh largest producer of hydroelectric power in the world. And in additionally, we are having some more small scale hydropower stations, hydropower units. India's economically exploitable and variable hydroelectric potential is estimated to be 148,701 megawatts. 56 sites for pumped storage schemes with an aggregate installed capacity of 95,000 megawatts have also been identified. So we will be knowing pumped storage sites. So where we can utilize, we can reuse the water which is discharged during the peak periods, during the less demand periods. We can pump it back and store it, and we can use it. So that is the advantage of the pumped storage dams, and these almost 56 sites were identified. So the capacity is estimated up to 94,000 megawatts. So wind energy is also the fastly growing alternative source in India. So wind power generation capacity in India has increased. At the end of July 2017, the total installed wind power capacity is 32.56 gigawatts, and India is planning to improve the uh, further capacity. And biopower, so this is the power which we are using the waste into the waste to the power generation. So the government intends to achieve 40% cumulative electric power capacity from non-fossil fuel sources by 2030. So this is what about the scenario, Indian scenario, power scenario in India. Thank you for listening.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.